Well, hello, good evening, and welcome to a wonderful night of Will It Voorhees. That's right, we're going to be taking a mask. On Thursday nights, we take either masks or just random items and try to make a Jason mask out of them. Tonight, we got something special. In honor of the release of the new movie, we have a Mario Brothers Super Mario mask. We're going to be doing what we can to turn this into somewhat of a Jason mask. So I hope you guys will join me. I'm trying to get the music going. For some reason, I have no music. I'd like to have music. And right before we got on, we got a subscriber, I think. Yeah, there we go. Music. Let me see. There we go. So we are live. I've got 2 people watching right now. Trying to get the music to play. See, we got Sound Alerts, Paradise for Streamers, Mariah Anderson USA, Alerts, literally unreal. Kata, Lizabelle, Einfashwe, 42. Commander Root, Alien Gathering on the Cedra OX2. Okay. Well, thanks for being on here, guys. Play. Put me back where I want to be. There we go. All right. Awesome. Down here. Totally cool. All right. Well, nothing more to do than to go ahead and just start with the project. Let me go ahead and clear this out of the way and get ready for the creation station. Whoop. And here we go. Move this up a little more, down a little more. There we are. There we go. Goodness. All right. So last week, we're kind of almost staying in the theme of Nintendo products, because last week we did a Pikachu Jason. Good evening, everyone. Hey, Sarah, welcome. Haven't heard from you in a minute. I hope you're doing well. You're the first one on tonight. And just so you know, tonight is Will It Voorhees, and we're going to try to turn this Mario Brothers mask into a Jason mask. So this is going to be exciting. I'm glad to have you on here. I hope you're doing well. It's been a little nerve-wracking at the Ratlock compound. Mama Ratlock, my mother. So not fun if she comes on tonight. I found out that a week from tomorrow she's going to be having to have open heart surgery. So it is a little nerve-wracking, but I have nothing but confidence that she'll pull through. She'll do well, because that's my mom. She's strong. She's a fighter. Trying to see if I can get this. There we go. Oh wait, I'm not even in the shot. There we go. Just gotta move this. Working and crafting. I do too. I hope so as well. Well, they're iffy on the surgery because they're afraid of the potentialness of her liver failing. So great, you know. All right, I need to get my light on. Unplug some stuff. There we go. I know I've been seeing some of your crafting works. Awesome job. I like seeing some of your work. Matter of fact, I would say too, I know you have a TikTok. But do you have a TikTok where you solely just show off your artwork? And the reason why I'm saying that is because almost up until about 2 months ago, I've had under 200 followers on my my TikTok page, and then I started just showing off my masks more, or my handiwork, and I'm now over 800 followers. So I'm turning my TikTok into full-blown mask maker stuff. It's awesome. I'm having a ball. I got people messaging me asking me what I'm doing right now. I'm like, I'm on the screen. I'm making a. Oh, come on, guys. Yeah, no, and so like I said, my goal is to hit 1,000, because as soon as I hit 1,000, I can start doing mask making live on TikTok as well as here on Twitch. But I can't do them both at the same time because that then is breaching contract. But no, I'm just thinking about it. Especially since the government's after them, saying that we're giving off secrets to China, even though you should be more worried about a 22-year-old on a Discord for Minecraft. Yeah. some 21, 22-year-old kid working for the Pentagon was looking for clout on Discord, so he started posting secrets, government secrets. And it turned out one of the people, I guess, that saw it was they had a father or a relative that was deep in the military. Showed them what the guy was sharing. But no, let's worry about. A lot of people are celebrating 420 today. 420 is actually another number of days celebration, as well as reflection. You know, everybody's like, 420, it's National Smokeout Day, yay! And it's like, it's also my grandmother's birthday from my father's side of the family. Rest in peace. It's a family friend's birthday too, and she just turned 70, so happy birthday to her. Yeah. How many lives you put at risk just by going, I am too. Look. It's like, are you kidding me? Just for Discord clout. But it's also the birthday of notorious world, dictator and all around big time, I don't swear, poop head, Adolf Hitler. And it's also the anniversary of the Columbine shooting, which was really what started to jettison school violence, gun violence in schools. So everybody's wanting to celebrate, I guess, getting high and smoking marijuana and stuff, and it's like, you got to remember this day has its negatives as well, and you need to. I personally keep that in mind. You remember those that have. I remember those that have fallen. Because there's still people out there today that deny a Holocaust. It's like, how can you do that? Like, how can you deny that something like that took place? It's incredulous, And it's today's one of those days too where you really need to also focus on. This is why we need to control. And I know it's my little soapbox, and I haven't started this yet, I'm going to, but this is one of the reasons why we need better gun control laws, as well as we need to the teachers and faculty need to do their best at stopping bullying in the schools. I'm not saying what the Columbine boys did was right, because it totally was not right. And at the same time, they were both bullied quite a lot. And in my head, a part of me thinks that if the teachers and the faculty would have focused more and paid more attention and done a better part to keep the bullying from taking place, that may not have happened. But who knows? We won't know, because that's a different world, you know. Popular birthday, yeah. So today, yes, it is birthdays and there is some celebrations, but I also like to keep in mind of, you know, what has also transpired. So okay, so let's get to it. Let's get to this mask. Got this Mario Brothers mask. First thing we're gonna do is get rid of this. I don't really need that. That's gone. Now, I'm going to be doing some carving. I'm probably going to cut this eye out. Even though those are... So these are the eyebrows, but you can actually see through them. But we're just going to cut an even bigger hole out, so... Maybe. You know, that's the other thing, too, with this holiday. You know, people are like, with so much other hate that has revolved around this, you know, it's good to do something. Hello, Paul. I hope you're doing well, everybody. Say hello to Paul Hedrick. He is the writer, director, and starring in upcoming film, The First Harvest, where he plays Jay Sullivan, a.k.a. the Harvester. And it's going to be awesome. We actually have a date when the film is coming out into theaters, or theater right now. We don't know. There may be more. But it's coming out to the Strand in Shelbyville on October 19th. And we are potentially working on that weekend having something else fun going on, involving a little bit, maybe the movie as well, but also maybe some wrestling on a different night. So is that not going to work? Okay. And Paul, I know Paul's probably got an awesome deal right now. Only a handful of us in here, but Paul has a Indiegogo going right now. And the Indiegogo is, what is the total currently for that? It's an Indiegogo to help finish getting the finishing film cost covered. I know the last time we checked, I think we were just under 700. So we're at 667. Now, last time he was on here, he posted the link and basically said anybody that does a donation of $20 or more, not only do you get to pick something at the $20 or more tier, but he also sweetened the deal a little bit. But Paul, you can type in whatever you want. You can post a link to the Indiegogo or anything like that. And say, because I don't want to speak out of turn. You know, I don't want to tell somebody something and that's not the deal tonight. If the deal tonight is not the same deal as previously mentioned, then I don't want to tell tales out of school, if you will. So, all right. So, first thing we're going to do while he's talking. Hey, Keith's here. Hello, Keith. Once again, we got the Mario mask here. I'm getting ready to do a little bit of sanding. We're going to be marking some stuff out. Anyone on the stream donates $20 or more, I will also send a screen-used item. So not only do you get to pick As a matter of fact, I think Joker Man actually participated in that. It was Monday night, and he did a donation. So not only does he get one of the donation tiers that he picked, on top of that, he also gets a screen used item, and that is going for tonight as well. And some of you guys may not know this as well, but Paul Allen is also Paul the Wall Hedrick. He is a up-and-coming wrestler, professional wrestler. As a matter of fact, he has been in JICW. He was actually on the Ratlock Horror Wrestling Show for ZPW. The more the donation, the more important the screen used item will be. That's going to be cool. Is it the same guy you got the Plague Doctor's Jason mask from that we did on the Will at Voorhees? All right. I know I never got called back by Crypt Keepers, so part of me is afraid to message him again. I'm afraid I'm going to message him like, look, bro, we're not interested. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll go. Get it nice and sanded. Everything as well sanded as possible. Even the ears, even the face. I'll probably wear this when we go watch the Mario Brothers movie. Although I will say, part of me has my fingers crossed that after Guardians 3 comes out, the whole Chris Pratt craze is going to die down. I'm pretty much over the whole Chris Pratt thing. Like, I found out he was casted for Mario, and I was like, okay, whatever. Although John Leguizamo complaining about them not casting, their casting choices and how he advanced. I was like, well, Mario Brothers, they're Italian. John Leguizamo is not Italian. So when they casted him as Luigi at the same time, like, well, they still didn't cast appropriately if you think about it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he is Italian and I didn't realize it. I'm using the hardcore toothbrush. You would not want to brush your teeth with this sucker. I've actually stabbed myself plenty of times with stray little wire hanging out. And also, he's at that star level that he's said a couple things that would get a lower tiered Hollywood person in hot water. Just we don't have to see Chris in the movie, just here. Yeah, that's true. I mean, because, yeah, you know, he cheated on his wife. And then had a child with her, and then bragged about being relieved that he has a normal child. And yeah, I didn't care for that. Him saying that I finally have a normal child, and it was like being a father. Me, myself, being on the scale, having ADHD and ADD, as well as some other stuff, and actually being diagnosed, not the craze on TikTok where people Google and think that they're home diagnosing themselves off of Google. But me being actually diagnosed and having a son that's diagnosed, just for him to spew something like that is just kind of, you're not as good as I thought you were, And yeah, and then trying to back himself up using religion, then it's like, oh man, you just really. Sorry, I'm a man of science. There's certain people that can bring God in on a conversation. Like Master Hooks is he's a very God-fearing person, but he's also a very caring and loving person as well. And he is more of the Christian side that is more accepting of people, and I appreciate Master Hooks when he's here. But then you have those people that lean more on the King James version, if you will. Very true. Because there's a lot of parts in the scripture of the Bible that suddenly wasn't translated the way it was until a couple hundred years prior, and it all weighed on King James's opinion on how the Bible should be translated, and people don't realize that. Matter of fact, King James had excluded certain what are they called? Like the book of the book of Judas wasn't included. He kind of didn't want that a part of the King James version because Judas, according to Judas's writings, Jesus was the one that actually told Judas, "I need you to go and tell them where I am. I need you to sell me out." So then it seemed too planned. Yes. There was also the book where he basically describes an astronaut. It's not Mormon culture, but he basically described something of like Apollo in Greek culture. Talked about a person on a fiery chariot in the sky, But yeah, a lot of religious zealots out there saying what they want, and I'm a man of science, and I believe and I'm also being a agnostic and exotheistic as well. I tell people maybe is always an option, and I do believe that some people are born without arms, some people are born without toes, some people are born with their hearts outside of their rib cage. Curious their thoughts on the Gnostic scriptures. I don't know, but it's like if a person can be produced like that, what makes you think that a human, because people know, they see that's because they can see that physical evidence of a human being born with different features than what they consider normal. Just look at how P.T. Barnum abused that and had people with dwarfism, people born with missing limbs, or the lobster boy as they were famously called. That family, it was hereditary, so you see people that are born like that, and you try to tell me that there's no such thing as a man or a woman that is born in a body that does not represent who they are. It just makes no sense to me. To tell me that that's not there, it just, scientifically speaking, you can't. Even Bill Nye had a special on Netflix where he described it, and there's really no argument to how he explains it. And if you want to look at it in a religious aspect, the human condition, God, if God makes you and sends you down there and you come out through the mother, well, when you come out, sometimes things happen that changes it differently, and you are basically, like, especially when with argument with transgender and whatnot, you are just basically fixing what God intended. And that's how I say it to people. It's like people, when people want to argue about it and say it's a phase or they don't know what they're thinking of and stuff, I'm like, no, they know truly deep down inside. And if you want to think of it in a religious aspect, God made a woman, put them through, and the woman came out as a man. Well, now they're fixing what God intended. And that's how I try to explain that to some of my my more religious fans, and I try to come to them with that kind of a logic. Some of them do understand by how I'm coming across them, especially when I try to explain it to them scientifically, because yes, there is a difference between gender and there is a difference between sex, because sex is how I explain it. Sex is plumbing, and gender is more ideals, how your brain works and everything like that. I don't know. So, but I'm rambling. I've been watching a lot of news and stuff, especially ever since the whole debacle with Bud Light. With Kid Rock showing his butt off. It's ridiculous. Well, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that. And that's why I'm like, people want to be. Especially with preference, like some of that stuff written in the scriptures about same-sex relations and stuff didn't start showing up in the Bible until a couple hundred years ago, because the King James Version, he had his own ideals. So whatever seemed to, and what would happen was he had 8 different interpreters that were interpreting all these pieces, different Bibles written in different languages, ancient texts, and when they had conflicting translations, King James would go, I like that one better, we'll go with that one. Or he would say, take a little bit of that and a little bit of that, we're going to smash that together, and that's what it's going to be. So whenever somebody says the King James Version, then you know that it's mostly been, that is a Bible that was picked out by a king, by a man, and his ideals. I just leave it. That's why when people say, "Well, that's what God said," no, that's what some king a couple hundred years ago said. If you really want to bring God into this, remember that the book now that everybody reads and studies and prays about and praises was changed a couple hundred years ago by a king. So people don't realize that. So, let's get back to this mash, shall we? Alright, so once again, boom, we got Mario. Got him good and sanded. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a pencil and we're going to start marking some pieces out. This is back when I used to own a game store, 80 Old Games, here in Minneapolis, Indiana. Even though that says Franklin, that's not true. The fun thing about this, too, it's changes color with heat. It's red and then it gets orange, so that's fun. I shouldn't heat it up like that. So here we go. All right, so we got this, and we're gonna put some holes in, strategically placed. It's not gonna be dead up. I mean, look, this isn't gonna be dead up like a Jason Voorhees mask, but we're gonna try to get it close. So here we have the mustache. Is gonna be fun. I'm gonna paint this red. This is gonna be red too. The hat's gonna be red. I'm going to do a red chevron right here. So what we'll do right here is we'll put some holes here. All right, so there's those 3 holes. We'll do another series of holes here. Really heating it up, yeah. And now we got chin straight down. And then that's still in first. That is... Then we're going to go hole here. I'm going to cut this. We're going to cut this out. And I'm going to go hole here and hole. That'll be fun. That'll be cool. And we're gonna put, we'll put like a little gash right here, just like the typical Mario, or the typical Jason always has like a slash. And we'll do some damage and whatnot. I think it'll be fun. We'll put a little cut there in the ear. We'll take out this lobe. That'll be fun. I'll just take it out more. There. Now we're also going to take this eye completely out. So there, we're going to cut those eyes out as well. Okay. I'm very happy that you guys were here tonight. So, and I'm sorry, some people don't like talking any kind of religion or anything like that. It was just in my head, so I wanted to get it out there, my feelings on it and stuff. Because for some reason, if people look at me, they feel that I'm a very alt-right gentleman, and it's not further from the truth. I don't even feel myself to be a lefty anyway. I'm fully independent. I have my own mind. I have my own thoughts. I'm on the side of science. So there you have it. Now. Okay. For some reason I thought I turned it on already. I was like, oh gosh, I'm getting ready to burn myself to bits. Okay, so we got that. Got this piece here. We're going to drop it and not know where it went. That's right, not just science, Paul. Science! Is that it? Is that there? Is that the size hole I want to use? Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm gonna use this size. What we got? We got Mope loves it. Hey! Hey, what do you know, Mope? How have you been? Thank you very much. Mope is actually from the Blake O Discord, I believe, right? We just got done talking a little bit about how a gentleman on a Minecraft Discord decided to disclose all of our government secrets for clout. We also had a nice little discussion, scientific discussion about transgender and whatnot as well. So very, very open. We got some wonderful people here. Hyrule is here. Sarah from Zibukaboom. And then we also have Paul Allen Hedrick, part of the Paul Allen Network, who has the horror movie coming out. Matter of fact, why don't you guys do this again? Keith's here as well. Keith is awesome. Joker man. If you want Hyrule, Sarah, post the link to Buckle Bomb And Paul, once again, post the link to... did I turn this on? No, I didn't turn it on. Post the link to your movie coming out. Paul's got a special going on right now where if you do any donations of $20 and up, not only do you get to pick whatever tier that you donated to, but you also get a screen-used prop from the film. And if you want to know, this is a movie that I am a part of because I have made some things that are in the movie. My original lab coat is in the film. I made some prosthetic neck gags for throat slashing and whatnot. Help them with... I can argue that, Keith. I can argue that. Thank you, sir, but you are awesomer. No, you're awesomest. Ha-ha! But, and that's a scientific term. But as well as, I made 3 masks, and I'm always gonna mispronounce the one that's, I call it the green Oni mask. So, yeah, so not only will you get whatever tier that you decide that you want, you'll also get another screen-used item. And we have just under 60 days. We're trying to raise $5,000 to finish the film. And we're currently just under 700. So there's still like 50 or so days left in the fundraiser. All right, so here we go. I got this heated up, so we're going to start carving. Slowly but surely, we're just going to cut a slot out here in the mouth. I just thought it'd be appropriate. All right, now start poking holes. So what is everybody currently up to right now? I'd like to know. Alright, so we got the holes done. We're going to do a gash right here. The notorious axe mark in most Jason masks that you see. All right. And now, let's see. How's this asleep? I'm watching BattleBots. Oh, but still, you're watching BattleBots. Sorry, caught me with my hands full when you called me. Currently, making Pokemon card notebooks. Ooh, that's fun. I may have to hit you up for a gift for my wife. There we go. Cut that part off. Now, this is where we cut the eyes out. Just watching your stream for a bit before bed. Hey, check my email, saw you were live. Thank you very much. I do appreciate you being on here. I appreciate everybody being here. Like I said, don't think I've been here. No, no, you haven't. I remember you telling me through the Discord that you were checking out some videos. I know when summer hits, we're going to be switching our schedule up a little bit. I think I'm going to be ended up doing 3 nights and 2 days. And we're going to alternate. Because with my youngest being home from school, I'm going to spend more days, you know, just with him and the wife and Mrs. Ratlock hanging out. That's like currently right now, they're both asleep. So... So, there we go. We got this eye. Oh, not complete yet. Alright, there. That eye is gone. I try to give myself a bit of a time frame. I think. The only reason why I'm doing that is to give myself a good idea of where I need to put that back on. Oh, hit me up whenever. I've got some exciting new things coming. I am. I've seen your work. I'm surprised you haven't started doing a crafting Twitch yet. So I'm afraid if you did, though, you'd put me out of business. Everybody go check out Sarah's Twitch. But which zone I am? Doggone it. All right, so let's go ahead and put some extra slashes in. There we go. There we go. Get a good, some light ones, some heavy ones. Put a gash right here, like a good gash. There we go. See a little couple strong gashes right there. There's a big, nice gash. Let's get some. Right there, actually, hole going into the nose. That's a good one. Just gonna get one starting here, go down, across the mustache. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Bubsky. That'll do it. What a run. Here with it. All right. Do some under hat ones. All right, that's looking creepy. I shouldn't laugh like that. Anyway, all right, so that's good. That's very nice. Probably widen. No, because that's where the rivets are going to go. But we'll do one right here. All right, cool. So now we're going to clean this up some. Thank you. Thank you very much. So now I'm going to pull out a X-Acto blade. We're going to do some cleaning. Because when you see when that burns happen, there's a lot of leftover plastic hanging about. I got this here. Whoa, okay, oh, thank you. Thank you, Keith. That actually startled me. So usually my little sister is the one that does that. Yeah, I have, if you use bits, I have my soundboard, and there's some fun stuff to play. There's also points too, like he just did. He spent 1,000 points for a sound bite. My sister loves it because I have jump scare sounds to play. So she always waits for me to start doing the most dangerous thing, and then plays like a scream or something. So I love her. She's my sister. She's like a quarter to make my brother jump. It's all the revenge from when we were kids and I'd scare the bejeebers out of her. I can't wait too, since Mope's here. Hopefully, in the next week or two, I got some exciting news I get to announce in the world of not only mask making, but pro wrestling and deathmatch wrestling. Because everybody's seen that I'm doing a collaboration with Mid-Death Pro. We're doing a Halloween tour. For anybody that has a haunted house, or if they're doing a special Halloween event during October, and they would like us to be involved as extra bonus entertainment, something extra that's going to get people to show up to your event or your haunt. We are bookable, and we actually have 3 different potential events. One is set in stone, but they don't want us to announce it yet. They want to be the ones that announce it. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And I have I have 2 different, a big event. I have another smaller event that we're working on, as well as a haunted house that would like us, but the haunted house is trying to find sponsors to cover the booking fee of the show. So we're also going to help them out with trying to find sponsors to book us at their show. And they're really good people. They're called Night Terrors. They're based out of Franklin, Indiana, and they do such an exquisite haunted house. And they don't charge. All they do is they ask for a donation, just a friendly donation of any amount, and it just goes towards making the haunt better every year. And they do it because of those families that just don't have the funds to go and take their kids out to those big-time haunted houses. But the quality of their haunt is on par with haunted houses that you pay upwards of $30, $40 to go through. And just recently, the city of Franklin is against them and is trying to put a cease and desist, I guess, on them running this year. We're fighting it. Actually, they're fighting it. I'm not fully affiliated with Night Terrors. However, I do support and defend them. And the gentleman that owns and operates it, Eric Eads, it's been a passion of his since he was a small child, and he's making it a reality. And the city of Franklin it feels basically like they aren't making money off of it, so they want it stopped. They haven't found a way to make money off the haunt, so they're putting a kibosh on it, or whatever the term is, until they'll either A, stop, or B, have to find a place where they have to run it as a business and charge people. But I know when they figure it out, whether they can run it out of their home still or if they can find a venue, I know they're wanting us to have our tour stop one night at their place and do an awesome show. So I told them I'd do everything in my power to help make sure that not only will they have a haunt to run, but that we can actually show up and be guests and entertain. Because we're giving back to the community. Oh, yeah. That's the thing. If they can't make money off it because there's no taxes to pay, because it's people donating cash out of the goodness of their heart, saying thank you for allowing my family to go through and not have to spend $300 to $400 to go through this haunted house. Now, I myself, ever since 2002, I've never honestly had to pay to go through a haunt, because I've been in the haunt industry since '94, and even ran my own haunted house for 2 years. And a lot of times they have me go through and I just do kind of like, have you ever seen Bar Rescue? I'm basically like Bar Rescue, but with haunted houses. Oh, it made me jump a little bit. Thank you very much for the subscription, Paul. I greatly appreciate that. Awesome. Thank you very much. Hey, we're at 8 subscribers for the month with our goal of 25. And see, I'm trying to work with Paul in the movie The First Harvest to see if we can get some kind of a screening in Franklin as well. I know the Artcraft can't do anything right now because they got a little messed up from the tornado that happened a couple weeks ago. But that's a big but. There are some places that are trying to lease right now that are large enough to where you could have a party of about 50 or 60 people. And you can do like a small little gathering. Oh, I'm been hunched over for too long. Yes, they did. I'm sorry, I thought you knew that, Paul. Because yeah, they've canceled this rest of this month and I believe next month's activities. This is the most tedious part, I swear. People only watch this portion because they want to see me cut my finger. He's going to do it. He's going to do it. That's me. That's what I'm saying on the inside of my head. I'm going to do it. I'm going to cut myself. Almost did right there. Oh, I thought that would work better. It did nothing. Oh, I have a question. Oh, wait. We got some people. Wait. I have access to a movie screen and projector and sound. So if we find a big enough room, we can definitely... Oh, yes. That would be excellent. You know, right now you think I'd be doing some really awesome stuff with the way this music's playing, but it's like, no, I'm just scratching stuff off a mask. It is Paul Hedrick's, it's Paul's first full-length feature, if that's what you're asking. He's done plenty of shorts. Matter of fact, he's an award winner internationally, so... Hopefully, and more than likely, well, I know, wait, now, and soon, I honestly believe soon he's going to have some awards for this film. I'm hoping eventually we'll get some awards for, like, special effects, mask making. I don't know if they have any mask making effect awards. If they do, find them so we can submit me. I'd like to win an award for, I think some of those masks are award winning. My God, it's taking forever. There we go. I mean, he got... The funny thing is, a lot of his stuff he does is horror, primarily. But there's a short that he did called The Recovery. And for going from doing a lot of horror shorts to this drama short, it's crazy because, you know, like I said, and I understand he doesn't want to be pigeonholed as the guy that just makes, you know, horror films. And when I first was getting ready to watch it, I was like, well, let's see how this transition is that he can do from horror to something a little more serious. He did an excellent job with that, and he's won so many awards, and people have even played it for people dealing with recovery and whatnot. So that's awesome to have that kind of a response to it. Alright. Alright, let's go in here and do a little bit of sanding on the inside. Give the video a... Oh, good. Thank you very much. Paul, thanks you as well. Why is... Whoa. I'll lose my... Just completely forgot that my and the other thing too is when you get on his channel and you watch his stuff from the beginning, you see the progress that he makes from the very first short he did all the way up to what he has now. It's incredible. It's awesome to see the progression and what are those other terms? The adaptation, like how he progresses throughout his filmmaking. It's great. Speaking of great, we are now ready for the paint. We got my paint box. No, it is not a pizza box. I swear it's not a pizza box. Okay, there he goes. It's not a Papa John's pizza box at all. Alright, so we got him set up. There you go. I wouldn't say awful, Paul. Okay, here, then I'm going to say this. This is what I always tell people. Your first short is going to be terrible. Your first podcast is going to be terrible. Your first wrestling match is going to be terrible. Your first film is going to be terrible. Your first song is going to be terrible. Your first stand-up is going to be terrible. But you're not going to have your best until you have your first. You're not going to have your 100th until you've had your first. So many people will stop themselves from careers and doing what they want to do because they're so terrified that the first one's going to be so bad. You need to just put it in your head. If anybody's worried about doing a bad job and that's why they haven't started something yet, just tell yourself before you even do it, this first one's going to be garbage. This first one's going to be terrible. Because in science, as you may know from what Mythbusters have said, failure is an option. Because you need to have that first one, that bad one, because if it is bad, you can learn from it. You can take notes. You can realize what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. If it didn't pan well, what made me lose interest with the viewers? You know, like right now when I'm streaming, I was doing all kinds of stuff. When people realized that they just like watching me make things, I was doing chugs. I was eating nasty stuff. I was begging for bits because that's what I was required to do in my other show I was part of. I stopped doing that. And I just started making stuff and having fun with it. So I wasn't successful when I broke out on my own because I was still using the other formula. I call it the beggar formula. I stopped doing the beggar formula and I started doing just what I want. And yes. And Hyrule, Sarah has a great podcast, Buckle Bomb Entertainment. I love it. It's awesome. I've worked with them a couple times. And it's still, and even right now, I've been doing this for however long, still an uphill battle. I still only have 5 people watching me, but I'm thankful for those 5 people. I rather have organic growth than, pay people, You 5 that are sitting here watching me, I wouldn't trade you guys for just 100 fakes that will just pop on randomly and be like, yeah, sure. No. Yep. And it's great. It's a great thing. It's a great feeling. It's great to be a part of. So here we go. We're going to put away these Zacto blades. And I'm going to get the paint. We're using an almond. Yeah, we did the fun food shows, Acquired Tastes, where it was a cross between the word acquired and the word awkward. I had to quit because I unfortunately had too much on my plate. Reference intended. Alright, so here we go. We're getting ready to paint this. Let's start over here with the side. Alright, so hit this with a heat gun real quick. Speeding up the curing process. Probably give that a second. Alright, sorry about this taking a minute. Well, I mean, it just depends. I'm doing the deluxe strapping for it as well, so I will probably have it priced around $125, more than likely, when it's done. Alright. I'm currently in talks with a professional wrestling promotion, Wrestle With This. They're trying to book me again for another show. Let's see. Still tacky. Okay, so let me get this going. Well, there you go. Matter of fact, there's a concoction that you can build that Adam Savage uses when he spray paints stuff. If he wants to speed up the process, he takes, depending on the size of the item, you find a box that's about double the size of the item that you painted. Cover the box with it, carve a small circle in it, and you put a hairdryer in there. Just the front nozzle of the hairdryer. Have the hairdryer set up, like hold it with clamps or something, turn the hairdryer on, just let it run. And it cures it like so fast. Hey there, how you doing, bud? First time chat here for the PvP 16. Unless you want to tell me your real name and who you are and stuff. But thank you for being here. Because I'm still not used to knowing people's real names. Because I've had so many people be like, yeah, we're friends on Facebook. And I'm like, I don't know who you are. All right. We're currently, I'm good. Oh, well, hello, Tony. Matter of fact, yes. Yes, okay. Yes, Wes let me know. I was like, yeah, send him here. He originally told me he was going to have you text me through Facebook, and I was like, well, he never got a hold of me. He's like, well, I told him. I was like, well, next time, group chat. So, welcome to the stream. Tonight's Thursday night, so we're doing Will It Voorhees, and because in honor of the movie coming out, we're doing a Mario mask. So, and now we're getting ready to go through the hand painting process. We're going to start doing weathering and whatnot. There it goes. The thing I like about it when I do my style of Jason masks, they're really icky and messed up and scratched up and everything, so it's a wonderful little experiment. I love it. I consider this a great experiment because, it's the question, will it Voorhees? My theory is I can do it. So we need to find out. There's very few things I haven't been able to Voorhees. One was a fireman's gas mask. It didn't turn out too well. It looked kind of cool, but it never stopped being sticky. And then another one was the bottom of a steam humidifier tank. I still have it though. It looks like if Powdered Toast Man decided to be Jason Voorhees. So. Okay, so we're going to put this paint up. That's done. We'll pull out some other paints. Some reds. Because we're going to repaint. We're going to do the red accents. As well as some brown. Some black. And this yellow. Yes. All right. Everybody, say hi to each other. Let's see. Let me introduce you to the rest of the people here. We have Hyrule Champion, Sarah from Buckle Bomb Entertainment. Does their own wrestling podcast. Also a very avid and gifted crafter. We have Paul Allen Hedrick, who is a writer, director, and actor. And currently has his first feature-length film coming out. We also have Keith here. Keith is just all around awesome. One of my favorite stream watchers and contributors. And then he's cool. I can't lie. And then we also have Mope Loves Asians here. Wonderful person that I met through Discord for Deathmatch Wrestling. A specific deathmatch wrestling through Blake O. I think that's just about everybody that I've been talking on here. So, all right, so got that going. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to start with the basic weathering, which we're going to start off with the yellow. Take the yellow. We're going to take this rag. We're going to dampen it a little bit right here into the water. Not all the way through, though. We want to let the dry part absorb. And then we are going to take some of this paint. We're going to dab it on. And remember, when weathering, it's layers. So, got this wet part here. We're going to smush it around a little bit. And it just goes like this. We're just put it on. We're going to put it on. As soon as we're done putting it on, we're going to wipe it off. And it's going to fill in different stuffs and things. Crevasses. Just an FYI, I bounce between about 10 streams. I'll pop in and out throughout the day. Hey, appreciate it. My biggest time right now is I'm on from 8:15 to 10 a.m. during the day, where I just do regular mass builds and fun stuff and whatnot. So you can always catch me in the morning too. I don't know if you've already followed or subscribed yet, so if you want to do that and then do the notifications, then you always know when I pop on. It's not on board. I am an active on 6 of them. And mod for, hey, I can't be mad at you for that. I know I got to get mods too. I've started to get hit up by more bots recently. So, I'm like, come on. So here we go. We're just once again adding more paint and taking the paint off. Put it on, take it off. Put it on, take it off. Jeez, I wasn't ready for that. Okay. Oh, wow. Thank you very much. Gifting 5 tier 1 subs and making me poop myself a little bit. Thank you so much. Oh, I was not ready for that at all. But I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Science. Outstanding. And they're all going to get that notification. They will all be very happy as well. I know for a fact, especially, oh yeah, the ones I'm reading, Smoking Sims Barbecue, So Not Fun, Sam Dennison, Sin Kitty 14, Big Guy Who Loves You, all of them will be thanking you when they see this information. So that is awesome. Thank you very much for the generosity, if you will. So, okay, so we got this yellow bit on. The reason why, well, actually, I want to do a little bit right here because we're going to be doing a special piece right there on the top of the hat. Okay, so we got that part done. So the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding some brown. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring the plate out. I haven't done the plate in a while. Got all these extra plates. And right there, once again, Paul Allen Hedrick is posting the link to his Indiegogo to help finish the feature-length film we have out called The First Harvest. It is a film that I've been a part of because I have made the masks for the killers in the film, all except for one. And I also done the throat / prosthetics for it. There we go. And even my retired Vinnie Ratlock lab coat is in the film as well. And we have a special deal. If you click on the link through here and you go and do a donation of $20 and more, not only do you get whatever the tier is that you're giving to, you'll also get a piece of the you'll get an actual screen use prop. So that's awesome to check out. Alright, so we got some of this brown on here. Some brown in that ear. Now we're going to do some dabbing. Instead of doing the dab and wiping, I'm just dabbing up and down. I'm not trying to completely wipe stuff off. Well, that time I did. Adding some brown on. Now, let's do some wiping. All right. Just using this rough plastic brush to try to get more of the definition in on areas. All right, we'll come back through with this, kind of pushing stuff deeper, but also taking some stuff out of it. And so that's what I do. I do it fast, but hopefully if anybody is actually interested on doing one by themselves, you can at least try to get a recording of this and maybe slow it down to 25%. See how I'm doing everything. All right. Now, before I do anything else, it's time for red. Brian from Buckle Bomb says hi. Hi, Brian. Brian, get your butt on the chat. Say hi to me yourself. Say hi to yourself, you coward. Anyway. I'm kidding. Or am I? All right, let's do some red. All right. All right, so first thing we're going to do is repaint the hat red. Well, do make sure though you did tell Brian I said hi. So. There we go. It is hot in the lab tonight, I'll tell you that. Glad I turned that fan on. Nice. Now, when you also use the red, we're going to do the sideburns. And the mustache. All right, cool. I like that. Oh, look at that. That's fun. It almost makes you think of like doing a Fire Mario. Now we'll take this paint pen. Like how Mario has the oh. All right. So we got, whoop. Let's see if I can do something here. Trying to see if I might be able to. Not like how that came out with the paint pen. Okay. Cover up some of this red with some of this brown. Or All right. Post-apocalyptic Mario. Yeah. People will be like, is that what you're going for? Yes. Do you like it? Yes. Exactly what I was going for. There you go. And once again. All right. Okay. Perfect. I love it, I love it, I love it. Oh no. Give me 1 second. I gotta go fix something. I gotta find me power outlet. Give me a couple seconds.
A few moments later.
All right. Oh, let's see if this is in the nick of the time. Just gotta get this before it goes away. Hopefully I'm not gonna lose it. Okay, what we got? That's a stash is creepy and red. Yes, thank you. Very happy. Very happy the way that's turning out. So now what's left is we're gonna do some nasty black on it. Oh. the gloves back on real quick. Yes. There we go. We're gonna do some drippage first. All right. Okay, now that I've done that, hey West, thank you for coming on, West. Yes, he was here, said hello. He might be on and off. He said he's part of several other streams, and then he gifted some subs to some of my followers, so that was darn nice of him. Trying to fill in some of these cuts and gashes and whatnot. Cody's a cool dude. Met him on the Rush stream. Okay. That's actually something I just did recently. I actually made a mask for a soon-to-be Twitch streamer. Also has a TikTok account, goes by the name The Dad King. You getting ready to go to work, Wes? Hey, first time chat over here. We got 7 Alexander 01. Hello. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. I don't know who you really are, so if you know who I really am outside of this Twitch, if you want to let yourself be known, go ahead. If not, we'll just keep referring to you by your handle, if you will. But yes, tonight was a night called Will It Voorhees, where I take random masks or other objects and I try to turn them. I know you. Okay. So yes, in honor of the movie coming out, we're doing a Super Mario mask. I eventually was wanting to do one for every character, but they sold out so quick. But if everybody likes this enough, and somebody even wants to purchase this, I will end up doing more. I'll do a Luigi. I'll do a Luigi like Roy from Part 5, where it's the blue chevrons and whatnot. And I'll do the Bowser and all of them. As long as people like it, I know I will. That is just nice. I love this. Got the damage done. Well, I appreciate that, Sarah. I know they're at Five Below. It just so happens that we saw the ones in Greenwood, and I did not have the money at the time, but by the time I had the extra funds available, they only had Mario left. And I was like, well, okay. So I snatched up the last 3. And my goal is I was going to do a Voorhees Mario. I'm going to do probably a Joker Mario. That'll be fun. That'll be a fun one to do. Hey! $10 donation. Awesome. Yes, I'm going to be doing a Joker one. Or 2 or whatever. And I've told people before too, I actually had a person get so upset because they wanted a mask off of me, and I told them, well, it was sold. They said, oh, well, darn. I said, well, since I know how to make it, I can make another. And see, that's what I like about this brush that I made. Because you can add you can put stuff on, and then if you push hard enough, you can actually start taking stuff off. So not only is this lightening up everything around the scratches, it's also filling in the scratches. So that's pretty nifty. Pretty nifty invention I did there. That I knew what I was doing when I did it. Yes. All right. Look at that. That's wonderful. You could probably find other characters' masks on Wish or something. I like the idea. It'd take a while to arrive. Well, I do know that they are actually available on the they're available on the Five Below website, but not all of them. There is Bowser, Donkey Kong, Mario. No. Yeah, Bowser, Donkey Kong, Luigi, Mario, Yoshi. However, if you find the right store, you can also get Toadstool and Princess Peach. So, how I did the brush was, it was a long bristled brush, probably about this long. And I'd used it so many times. And I actually just took the heat gun to it and shriveled it down. And I now have this just mess. It holds stuff in, so even when it's dry, if you squeeze it hard enough, stuff comes out. But it's also very rough bristles, so it'll, like I do, I'll dip it in the water. It'll hold some of the water, rub it in the, rub it in the paint. Or if I want, I can add even more water to it and make it, do some drippage here and some drippage there. And just keep tapping on it until it comes down and just let it flow. Just let it run down. You can do that over here on the nose. Eventually it'll run down. There we go. Just fun little extra things you can do. Oh, good. So Brian did come on here and say it to my face. Thank you for coming on the stream, Brian. I greatly appreciate it. I have a lot of new faces tonight. That is really awesome. I normally go until 10, but, we've been having fun. And why not? I'm almost finished with this mask anyway, so add a little more water. Let that just run down. There we go. Just let it get dirty. See, I know there's those people that's like, well, Jason doesn't always have a battered, dirty hawk. And I'm like, well, I like them that way, so I'm going to do it that way. That's just how it is. That's how I experiment. So, Brian does wrestling photography now. Oh, really? Well, congratulations. That's awesome. Do you have a website or Facebook page you can post a link to right now so everybody can see? Because I'm all about networking and supporting. I'm also about this McAllister's tea. That's good stuff. I think I've done enough. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. That's mean looking. That's good. A little bit of water here, let it run down just like that. Just like that. And you just let that sit overnight, let that dry on its own. Dang, that is fun. Of course, thank you. Yes, I have injuries that have to heal a little more before I return. I decided to do photography while I can. Hey, I'm proud of you. You're going to get there. I'm going to tell you this. A lot, like when I was so desperate to wrestle, but they liked my talking, my microphone skills, to where promoters were booking me to wrestle, and then when I got there, they would tell me, well, your opponent didn't show. What if we gave you an extra $40 to announce? Which I thought was hilarious because at the time I was being paid $15 to $20 to wrestle, but I was being paid almost $60 to announce. Go figure. Such a different world from them too. We've had a lot of progress happen. All right, so that is good. I'm happy with what we have here. So, calling that done. That is Dunion rings. I say that, and then I'm like, well, I want to put a little bit here. Let me sop up this ear a little bit. Put a bunch in this ear right here. Just let it pool. Let it pool. Let it pool a little bit. And then let it fall out. There we go. Okay, now I feel better. So, we got that portion done. Now, no, yeah, that's the whole thing. They never booked an opponent. They just told me I was going to, because I said, look, I really want to wrestle, because I'm training to be a wrestler. And they're like, well, we could just, yeah, we'll get you a match. And then I'd show up, and they'd be like, well, your opponent didn't show. But I never questioned it. Oh. So, yeah, there you have it. This mask, I believe, is done. All I have to do is the straps. Unfortunately, the elastic that I want to use for the head straps is not here. So we're going to have to call it a night and then I will be putting the straps on at a different time, and Monday morning you are all going to see it in all of its glory. So until then, I want to thank every single one of you for being a part of tonight's stream. We had a lot of new faces today. Thank you for being here, and I really hope to see you guys again. Thank you very much, all of you. And here's the question: did it Voorhees? I think it Voorhees pretty well. I'm pretty happy with that. So once again, the bottom of my heart, thank you guys all for being here. Wonderful conversation, great music, and science. And hopefully I'll see you guys again. This is the end of the scheduled stream, so we'll be seeing you again Monday morning, 8:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, for more wonderful mask making and other stuff. And just remember to follow the dopamine. You know, dopamine, that wonderful little chemical that your brain releases that rewards you for doing the things you truly want to do in life. I'm not making that up either. That's just science. Yeah, the princess is in another castle, isn't she? But science, which is a branch of knowledge derived from the observation, identification, description, theoretical explanation, experimental investigation of natural phenomena and total environment. Science, but it's not just science here. No, not at the creation station of Ratlock Labs here in Minneapolis, Indiana, that you are currently watching on twitch.tv/VinnyRatlock. No, it's not just science. It's science. Hopefully we'll see you guys Monday morning, 8:15 a.m. Roji, end transmission.